CB, we were just talking with Jalen about you guys against the zone and specifically him in the middle. What do you like about him in that spot when you guys have to play them or against them?
Yeah, Jalen, I think on our team is probably the most comfortable, in that spot. He's got a really good mid-range jumper. And we've seen him do it in practice a lot. So like I said, he's the most comfortable person in there. He can make plays, pass the ball. So Jalen's really comfortable in that spot. So when teams zone us, I think it's going to be hard for them to stay in it just because, we got a guy like Ochai that can knock down a shot. I can knock down a shot. DeJuan's proven that he can knock down a shot. And then Jalen's so good in the middle that I think it's going to be tough for teams to zone us.
Yeah, and we talked a little the other night about Jalen and his patience and just kind of working through the early part of the season. He's not in here now, so we can ask you again. I mean, what have you seen from him with that? I mean, he was such a big part of that team last year and a key role, and now he's kind of had to play a different role. Have you paid much attention to how he's worked through that?
Yeah, Jalen, of everybody on the team has just been the most positive, teammate that we've had. I would say, given, the circumstance he was kind of dealt, he's been super positive the whole time, been a great teammate. And we expected that from him. We knew that's the kind of person he is. And we knew he'd stick through it and he's getting back into his rhythm. I think last game he had 10 rebounds in 20 minutes or something like that. So he's getting back to who he is. And once he gets his confidence, which he's a pretty confident player, once he gets all that stuff, back, he'll be back to the old Jalen Wilson that we're used to seeing. I think last year he had some games where he was, by far our best player. So if we get him back, back in rhythm, back to normal, which I know we will, he knows he will, will be tough to beat.
With that in mind, does he need to be a different player this year with this group than he was last year? And is that maybe part of this or just take what he was last year and run with it?
No, I would say that he just needs to be himself. Like I said, he can really do anything. You've seen him play in the middle of his zone, got 10 rebounds in 20 minutes. There's games, I think it was Kentucky last year, he was our leading scorer. So he can do a little bit of everything. And if Jalen's, just himself and Jalen's Jalen, then, we'll be a good team.
CB, you're the stat stuffer that people always talk about in all those areas. Is there one that you're most proud of? Because you're coming away with numbers. I don't know if you track 4 burns, but you're probably leading that one as well.
Mm-hmm.
But which one of those areas, assists, steals, all those things means the most?
I don't know that there's one that means more to me. I think I have done a good job of making those hustle plays. I think I said at the beginning of the year that I think if I got back to that, doing what I did freshman year, then I'd have a better year this year, just being me. And doing things that kind of got me to Kansas. So, that's something that I am proud of, just doing the little things that not everybody wants to do. And stuff that's not always pretty or always in the stat sheet. That's what I'm most proud of, is the stuff that doesn't show up in the stat sheet.
Do they track 4 burns?
No, not really. No, I do. I can feel it, but no, on my body I can feel it. But they don't track that stuff. That's just something that's pretty much expected out of everybody.
This coach mentioned that Kim English, their coach, went to Missouri. And did you know that?
I did know that. I kind of grew up watching Kim a little bit, just in the rivalry. But now Coach hasn't talked about it much. He'll kind of fill us in before the game and stuff like that. But I've heard great things about Coach English. I've heard he's doing a really good job. He's got some big wins early on in his career. So it's an exciting matchup for us, but it's also exciting for him.
Was he good in your eyes?
Yeah, he was a pro, so he was good in my eyes.
Christian, as an ESPN stat, I think you and Oach were the first KU players in a month to both score 20 points a game
Mm-hmm.
since '97 or something. What do you think about that?
I would just say that everybody on the team right now is kind of feeding off Oach a little bit. I've said it a couple times. He opens the floor, for everybody else on the team. So we're kind of feeding off what he's doing. He's been great, lighting it up from 3, playing confident. Just being who Ochai is. Who he's turned into. So I'm excited to see him. Trust his work and keep going forward. He'll keep getting better and better. In conference play, we're really excited. Just to start that off. We're going to get a win here tomorrow, but in the conference play, I'm excited to see what Oach can do too.
Have you come in touch with Bryce at all?
Thompson? I've talked to him a little bit. I knew he was hurt. I watched their game. I can't remember who it was against. I think it was against whoever it was. I watched the game. He sat out that game. So I know he was hurt, but hopefully he gets back healthy and gets back to being Bryce.
What do you think of his game?
I think Bryce is really good. He's got a really good mid-range game. He can score the ball really well. He's kind of got a knack for scoring. So I think Bryce is a great player, and I'm excited to see his success.
Coach talked about wanting to get you to shoot more threes. Can you walk us through the conversations you've had with them about that?
I think in practice, the guys will tell you I shoot way more threes than I do in games. I think I'm trying to just take what's it's given to me, and I've been successful so far getting to the rim. I know in conference play that will tighten up. There'll be better shot blockers and stuff like that. In conference play, so that will tighten up. But I'm confident in myself doing both, so I'm not too worried about it. So if the team wants to give me threes and they want to back up because I've been scoring so much in the lane, that's fine. I'll shoot 10 of them. I'm not really worried about that. So yeah, I'm gonna get threes up at some point. And it's honestly good to me. Looking at what we've done or what I've done, early on in the season and haven't even hit 3 threes in the game yet, and that's what I do best. So that's exciting for me, just knowing that, I can, get to another level. I know I can play better. And there's another level I can, unlock.
There's been a lot of talk about wanting and needing more from your bench. Where might that come from? Where do you think that needs to come from most?
I think that we've seen them prove in practice that they can do it. And we've even seen it in games. They've been really big for us in Michigan State. They were really big for us. So they've proven it in practice and in games that they can do it. Maybe it's just more consistent. Maybe some of them need more confidence, and then you're going to see more of a defined role from people coming up. Like I said, we're going to play this game tomorrow, and then we're going to get into conference play. So you'll see guys figure out their roles and guys get more confident. And that's just how the season goes. I can tell you from my freshman year, I wasn't really confident until conference play with what my role was. So you'll see guys figure out what their role is, and they'll start playing better and better.
The chemistry is pretty good, though. I mean, obviously you're starting five does a lot, but when whoever's out there, you guys feel
Absolutely.
pretty consistent and confident together.
Yeah, we're all extremely confident in each other. I would say that there's not a person on the team that I doubt. They all know what they can do. We all know, what they brought to their teams in the past and what they brought to us in practice and in games. So we're all really confident in each other. And I wouldn't say that there's a single player that I don't trust on the court.
All right, TD.
Thanks, Stevie.
Nope.